Indonesia is a country rich in cultural diversity. The national culture based on Pancasila is a manifestation of Indonesia's creativity, work and initiative, and is the entire effort of the Indonesian people to improve their dignity and dignity as a nation, and is shown to provide knowledge. But unfortunately, culture in Indonesia is almost gone. By inviting someone to learn culture through games is very effective at this time. But when someone likes and often plays certain games, will be able to influence the effect on the morale of the player and behavior in accordance with the games that are often played. Games never limit the age and status in the community. Every circle is allowed to play games, even if old, young, rich, poor, male, or female, because games can always entertain the whole community. In the development of the game that is currently mostly using three-dimensional graphics and their artificial intelligence, one algorithm that is in the game is the finite state machine. By calculating and analyzing these things, it can be understood that the purpose of this research is to create a game on a platform with the theme of Indonesian culture, with the intention that the Indonesian people to recognize, pay attention to, protect and preserve the culture that is owned by Indonesia. So the purpose of this research is to develop education game, explore the old fuzzy state machine using Musem. The objective of this research is to design a game of cultural preservation by applying the fuzzy state machine algorithm to the behavior of artificial intelligence. Fuzzy state machine is an automata where the transition of each state occurs not from the event, but is based on fuzzy variables, and according to the transition, each state also has fuzzy. Because of the fuzzy variables that have been entered, the fuzzy state machine will be difficult to read by players and cause a game to be a bit difficult and fun. This game adapts the type of adventure game with a little extra education where the player moves a character freely and the player needs to complete the challenges given to go to the next stage. This game uses the Android platform by using 3 dimensions. In this game there are several stages where the player must look for certain objects which are the answer key to continue the stage. In the Stage 1 storyboard, the player will be in a room where only a flashlight is used as lighting. Then there will be where the enemy will attack the player, but if the enemy is exposed to light will run away and vice versa. After walking away, the player will find a chest containing historical relics. Then after knowing the historical and origin objects, the player will move to the door to move on stage. This research resulted in a game application that can be played on an Android device, designed with an attractive interface and adapted to the genre of the game. In the game there's an enemy, or can also be called an NPC. NPC in this game applies the fuzzy state machine method so that NPC behavior can be formed. The application is tested in 3 stages: testing, unit testing, integration testing, compatibility testing. In experiments that have been carried out 18 times by testing each rule, the trial results obtained with 100% results are appropriate. Based on the research that has been done in making and developing this game, a conclusion can be drawn as follows. Educational media in the form of games has become a new field of learning, especially in this game entitled Exploring the Old Musem, using the fuzzy state machine as an introduction to Indonesian culture so that Indonesian culture can be recognized again. Development of NPC behavior uses the fuzzy state machine method that produces NPC that cannot be guessed through existing variables in accordance with the rules that have been made. In accordance with the rules that have been made, the application can run well through several devices with trials with a 90% conformity value. From this research, there are still many shortcomings and things that need to be developed in order to be better again. Researchers have suggestions and views for further development, including new level adding asset objects, added support for effects, add state or behavior to the NPC.